And I am back. I want to do some fun stuff now. I've been racking my brain trying to review and catch up and check out everybody's comments and reply back, and I've just been like working at this, so I kind of want to do some fun stuff now. I think it's time for some fun stuff. So the first one I really want to do is my bookish bad habits. I have a lot of those, not gonna lie. I'm probably going to become a pariah of the community because I am going to air all of my dirty laundry for all of you to judge me on. Ready? Okay, let's get started. The first two kind of fall under one topic, which is general mistreatment. I dog ear like a mofo, and I crack all the spines. All of them. That's my favorite part of getting a new book, is just opening it and going, I know, I am like the antithesis of what goes on BookTube. Everybody else hates cracked spines. I love them. There's nothing more satisfying than getting a brand new book and getting ready to dig into it, and before you get all comfy, yeah, crack it. It's such a satisfying feeling. Also, I don't like having to fight with my book to stay open. I don't. I like it to just rest like this on one hand and stay where I want it to stay without any resistance, and the only way to do that is to crack that spine. I crack spines. I am a spine cracker. Number two, I dog ear. I dog ear everything. Not just to mark my page, but I dog ear everything. I dog ear to bookmark where I am. I dog ear to remember a quote or something that I want to go back on later. I dog ear to remember a quote or a passage that I want to return to at another point in time. I have so many dog-eared pages in so many books, it's ridiculous. Like, I actually have to go back and commit book sin number 3, which is highlighting and underlining and annotating the books. Yeah, I use my dog ears as a reference of where I need to go back to scribble. Yep. I underline and I highlight and I write notes in the margins. I'm not gonna stop. Can't make me. The way I see it is I love my books and I buy books to consume them. I buy them to devour them. I see no purpose of keeping things pristine. That's not how I live my life. I buy things to use them. I don't save my fine china for a fancy occasion, and I don't save my good for perfume for a nice event. I use things. If I destroy a book with all of my loving, devouring passion, I will go buy another one. I have several pristine copies of books that I already have because I've destroyed them. They are water damaged and dog-eared and underlined and highlighted and cracked and falling apart. It's really simple. If it's a book that I desperately need to have a good copy of for the future, I just buy 2. It's not that complicated. Alright, here's another one that's semi-related. Dust covers. 1, I hate them. 2, I use them as bookmarks. 3, I lose them. I have a bunch of books that have no dust cover on them. They were supposed to, but I don't know where it went. I try to take care of them, and about halfway through when it no longer functions as a bookmark, which is, yeah, I use them as bookmarks. I don't have bookmarks. I just flap the dust cover into the book. When they no longer function because the book is too big and the dust cover flap won't reach, I take it off and throw it somewhere, and then it gets lost or thrown out or destroyed, and it's never to be seen again. So I have absolutely zero use for dust covers. Again, if I want a pristine, nice copy of the book with the dust cover intact, I'll just buy 2. Yeah, I hate dust covers. I don't like them. Not a fan. Judging books by their covers. I do it all the time. If you have an ugly cover, I will not read you. Sorry. It's not gonna happen. Well, I might read you if, like, a lot of other people have. But I will not willingly, of my own accord, pick it up and take it home. Either from a library or a garage sale or a thrift store or a bookstore. I won't. No. I judge books by their covers. If your cover art sucks, I couldn't be arsed to read your book. I have a really bad habit of only reading things when they're becoming a movie. Yeah, I will readily admit it. I feel like I have all the time in the world to read all the books that I want to read, and then all of a sudden they start being made into movies, and then I feel the pressure. because I cannot see the movie before I've read the book. I can't. It's a rule. It's just, that's a rule. So currently I have all of these books that I'm supposed to be reading, but all of the movies are coming out. So I've been binging through all of the book to movie books because I will only read them if a movie is coming out. Sometimes I'd rather read a really long, really snarky review of a book than the book itself. Sometimes some people review things in such an amusing way that it's actually better than reading a book. I will admit that sometimes I spend a really long time on Goodreads or book blogs or other things reading thesis papers of snark. And I'm not ashamed. It's an enjoyable activity. Scanning. I scan dull or boring or flowery or overly descriptive passages on the reg. I need to stop doing that. I'm currently retraining myself to stop, but it's a bad habit of mine. I do it all the time. Stop putting that stuff in books. Like, just stop it. Giving books away. I give all my books away, either to the thrift store or to friends or whatever. I don't keep books. I don't. I have no interest in collecting clutter. I know everybody loves books and they like to have a library. That's not for me. I'm relatively a minimalist. I don't like having lots of things. I don't like having a bunch of stuff because I start feeling weighed down and tied down. So I keep it around for a few weeks in case I want to reread some things, either the entire book or just certain passages, or to refer back to when I'm reviewing. But other than that, after I'm done with it, it's gone. I keep very few books. I keep my absolute favorites, and the rest of them can go. They can go to new loving homes of other people who will cherish them, because here they're going to be stuffed in a box and shoved somewhere. I have no interest in collecting books. It's just not my thing. I'd rather collect shoes. Sue me. The only other thing I can think of is binging. I binge through series. I will refuse to read a series for the most part until it's all out. I do not like having to wait a year between books. I will wait till all of them are out, and then I will spend an entire week locked inside my own head reading the entire series, and my house goes to crap and dishes don't get done and we're all eating mac and cheese and life gets crazy because I get so absorbed into the series. So I guess that's a bad one. I mean, it kind of negatively affects my life a bit more than the rest, but I like binging through series. No, I don't want to wait. I need to read them back to back, and I need to spend all of my free time and even some of my non-free time getting through them. I think that's most of my bookish bad habits and my book sins. I don't know, there's probably a lot more. I'll think of some, but that's the majority of them. I know that these are really unpopular things on BookTube. I'm okay with that. Anyway, do you guys have any bookish bad habits or book sins that you commit on the regular? Let me know. Comment or tweet me or whatever. I'd be interested in hearing if I'm the only person who abuses the living daylights out of my books and enjoys it. So, till next time.